Today's video is about thrown word poetry. So thrown word poetry you'll find in your workshop or your course as a technique that I use a lot. Now, I'm going to show it today with some books, but what you'll often find is I'll ask you to do this with your writing. And it's basically the same thing. So let's get into it. So basically choose some books that appeal, or you have your piece of writing. And then I literally just randomly, we have Lord of the Rings. We're just going to open it up. And I see like, where are words or phrases that jump out to me, that appeal to me on some way. So I see the word gangrels. That's an interesting word. So I write down gangrels, and then I see some were just poor bodies running away from trouble. You can continue to flip through and see like if there's other things that jump out at you. I think it's kind of fun. I'm going to write down were wielded by free men. That jumped out to me. Anyways, so what you can do is, I have a few books here, and you can just keep doing this, is that you could then say, now this is a herbalist book, so I'm not quite sure if there'll be things, but actually there are things that could pop out, even from something that's like a guide, right? And if it doesn't, if you're going like, nah, this isn't working, you just put it aside and go on to another book that you chose and open it up randomly. And here we have, and what do you presume to be alive that might be dead, that may be dead. This is from Bringing in Me the Rhinoceros, John Tarrant. When I do these, I tend to try and reference the authors because it is their words. But it is a fun way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on this a little bit, and I will show you where the quotes came from, and then I'll show you the final poem. So let's go over what I've created. So I had taken a number of quotes that I've now written down. Sometimes what people find they like to do is to cut their quotes out. So literally you can just start cutting wherever you have a quote or word, even, because it might be a word or just a small set of words. And I think this is a separate one down here. And literally what you can do, make sure you didn't write on both sides of the page if you do it this way, is that you can start cutting up your quotes. And then you can organize them and play with them that way. So you can actually see how they fit together. I'm not going to cut out all of mine because I actually spent the time to rewrite this. So I'm going to read you what I wrote. So I had quotes from Lord of the Rings Tolkien, from Healing Mandalas with, I forget the author now, Lisa Tenzin Dolma. I used some quotes from Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning. I used some quotes from Pam Grout's E², and John Tarrant's Bring Me the Rhinoceros. So what I have, by the time I finish, and actually I used one of the quotes as a title. You can create your own title for it afterwards, or you can leave it untitled, which is always interesting when you share on the private Facebook page, is then you can ask for a title, or I invite people to give titles to what they're reading or seeing visually. But this one ended up having a title. So it's Gangrels. When a man finds it is his destiny to suffer, he will have to accept his suffering as his task. But some were just poor bodies running away from trouble. A spiral of rhythms of progress and retrogression, of evolution and dissolution. They obviously suck sewer slime, the leeches among you, and what you presume to be alive might be dead. This invisible dog fence, boredom, is now causing a more or less marked degree of existential vacuum. A tiny thought appeared, then this must be right. No one loses anything by trying. A new vibration was wielded by free men, a mere expression of wonder and bewilderment. So these are literally words that are quotes from these different authors. I do add in an occasional word or phrase to help it flow. So with this, I added, the quote was a mere wonder and bewilderment, and I added expression of. And now because I cut these, I don't know if I know where that was from Tolkien, a mere wonder of and bewilderment. And then I added with a new vibration to connect it, wielded by free men, I added was. I think but was added at the beginning. So that's my thrown word poetry. And if I was doing this in a group, I often get people to read their poetry twice. Maybe for your benefit, I will share the poem at the bottom and I'll try and show which sections are from which authors, so you get a sense of it in a written form as well. Good luck with your thrown word poetry.